BA General Term and Examination June 2022 Reading and Speaking Skills BEGLA 138 Answer all the questions. Section A. Read the following passage and answer the question. Don't blame the eater. David Sikanko, The New York Times, November 23, 2002. Section A. If ever there were a newspaper headline custom made of the J. Leo's monologue, this was it. Kids talking down McDonald's this week, suing the company, making them fast. Isn't that like middle-aged man suing Porsche for making them for speeding tickets? Whatever happened to personal responsibility? I tend to sympathize these poorty fast food patrons too. Maybe that's because I want to be one of them. I grew up as a typical mid-1980s latchkey kid. My parents were split up, my dad off trying to rebuild life, my own working long hours to make the mounty bills, lunch and dinner for me. Was a day choice between McDonald's, Taco Bell, Kenchi Fried Chicken or Pizza Hut. Then was now there only available options for American. Shouldn't we know more than about 2 meals in a day as a fast food restaurants? That's argument. But where exactly they were consumers, particularly teenagers, supposed to find alternatives. Drive down through in America, and I guarantee you will see one of the country's more than 13,000 McDonald's restaurants. Now drive back up and block try find some place to buy grapefruit. Complicating the lack of the alternatives and the lack of the information about that what exactly we are consuming. There were no calorie information charts on fast food packaging. The way that there were on grocery on them, advertisements don't carry warming labels and there were taco ads do. Prepared foods aren't covered under the Food and Drug Administration labels laws. Some fast food purveyors will try to provide calorie information on the request, but even that hard to understand. For example, our company's website listing chicken salad are containing 150 calories. The almonds, noodles and come with additional are listed separately. Add serving 280 calorie dressing and you have got healthy lunch alternatives that comes in a 620 calorie. Based on what you have learned about different types of tests, what will you categorize the article by David Sikanko? Provide sound releases to justify your response. Based on your understanding different techniques used by others to achieve intended goals in different types of tests like expository, narrative, argumentative, etc. What strategy or techniques do you think David Sikango is used to have? Why are the alternatives on the fast food is difficult to find and how the informations contribute to the problems? And I said industry is vulnerable. Do you agree or disagree the author's observation? Provide logical arguments in your support of your view. Having read the article carefully but Section B. Read the following telephone conversation between Mr. Ayesha Rafiq and Mr. Milind Bansod. Ayesha. Breathe easily solutions. Ayesha speaking. How can I help you? Milan. This is Mr. Milan Bansod. May I speak with Mr. Suresh Malkoda, please? Aisha. One moment, please. I will pass you through. Aisha. Mr. Bansod. I am sorry. Mr. Malika is in the meeting at the moment. Would you like to leave a message? Milan. Yes, you should ask him. Call me back as soon as possible. Milan. That's alright, Aisha. And you could spell last name for me? Milan, B in Boston, A in Agra, N in Nagpur, S in Singapore, O and D in Delhi. Milan, hello, Suresh. Mr. Bansod, this is Suresh returning your call. Milan, hello, Mr. Bhagthod. Thanks for calling me back. I was calling about the shipment of the intelligent as air purifier for our hospital. Depending on your analysis of the domain on these conversations, recreate the telephonic conversation considering them to be talking in an opposite domain type, whereby Mr. Aisha and Mr. Malko, the family's member. Based on what you have learned in the information, read the following sentences and specify the type of the information each of them and the brief explanation of each choice. Finish your homework and you cannot go with your friends. Mr. Qureshi, don't want to be disturbed. Do you want to need for him? What a gorgeous place. Isn't it perfect for a photo shoot? Does Gauri consider this sentence? This is my house. Depending on the places of this stress, you have three versions of the three different interpretations. This is my house. This is my house. This is my house, implying the domain of the interaction between the house and not any other domain of the workplace or the market. Now look at the following sentences and determine the different possible versions. Specifying the variations of the stress and corresponding the meaning of the shown above. Mihar went to London last year of the post-graduation. Prima will meet you at the Darshal in the theatres next day. I don't think Samir will reply to Gautam. Why are you not going to the assignment? Dheeraj loves listening to Jagdish Singh's ghazals. Section C. Differentiate between skimming and scanning as reading strategies. How do you affect the appealing comprehensive complement or each other in the following depth solution of the test? You and your best friend are not able to have because of the lockdowns or the widespread distribution of the services due to the corona pandemic. Now the places you have started operating again and your life is returning normally. You are itching to meet your best friend and watch a movie together, enjoy some good food. However, your friend is somehow not convinced about the plan. I want to monitor the solution a bit. Engage in a information conversation trying to persuade your best friend to meet and go ahead with the plan. Prepare the written transcript of the conversation.